Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. The Yuletide Deck of Fate event started today, and the main reward is a guaranteed champion, Hilvi, the rhyme code. It's a wonderful champion, so this is something that you're really interested in doing if you have the resources to do so. So in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this deck, what kind of resources do you need, where do you need to farm, everything. First, thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video and for giving me this wonderful promo link. Down below in the description there in the QR code, new account with Tagoar at the start, then Venomage at 15, Uugo at 30, Deacon Armstrong at 40, the best possible start to Raid if you need a new account. And then this Deck of Fate, guaranteed event for Hilvi. So Hilvi is wonderful also in her own right. So Hilvi combines really well with Tom in the code, Void Legendary, who has been guaranteed Legendary for 2 events in the past, but if you missed those events, if you didn't play Raid when it was current, for example, then obviously Tormin is really hard to come by right now. But if you have Tormin, Hilvi is great. This is absolutely wonderful. Even if you don't have Tormin, Hilvi is still good, so still worth doing. But to get Hilvi, well, there's 40 cards in the deck, 1000 points for flip, so 40,000 points overall, no pinning, just flip, flip, flip. 21 of those 40 cards have Hilvi fragments, and you need to get all of those Hilvi fragment cards to summon Hilvi, and Matt will show us that getting 21 cards out of a deck of 40 actually requires almost the whole deck, mostly the whole deck. The deck points come from summoning souls from Soulstones and from getting artifacts and accessories, so gear hunters. You can freely combine these point sources. So the first thing you need to know when you commit to this is, well, how many cards do I need to flip? Well, pretty much all of them. No tricks are needed, just take any deck, 40 cards, put 21 specific cards in that deck, and then ask someone to get those 21 specific cards. And more than half of the people who try to do that will have to flip all 40 cards to get those 21 cards. Plarium doesn't need to play any tricks here, that's just basic math with decks. So hypergeometric probabilities if you're really interested in the details. Okay, so you have to be prepared to get 40,000 points. How many souls do you need to get 40,000 points? This time the deck is pretty expensive because the point values differ, and this is one of the more expensive decks. Mortal Soulstones give you 70 points each, Immortals give you 700 points each, Eternals give you 3,500 points each. So simply from opening those Soulstones you would need 572 Mortals, or 57.1 Immortals, or 11.4 Eternal Soulstones, or any combination of these. And of course you can also use energy in gear hunting, so you can also do that. Do note that you can buy more Soulstones with the coins that you get from opening Soulstones. You get some guaranteed coins for every 10 Soulstones that you open, so that will give you coins that will eventually get you some more Soulstones, and you can also sell the souls. And now, it's a unique thing about this Hilvi deck is that we also have an X2 event for Mortal Soulstones running at the same time. So you're going to get better loot from the Mortal Soulstones than usual. And that means that if you were to sell all of your Mortal Soulstone souls that you get, you can almost double the number of points that you get from Mortal Soulstone. So that can make things a little bit easier. On the other hand, the variance in soul value is huge. So that means that sometimes you just pull some like huge mythical souls that you may end up selling, and those might finance the whole event for you. And sometimes you just can't get good souls no matter what you do. So that's one thing that I really don't like too much about Soulstones is the amount of variance. I like things with low variance so that I can predict them very accurately, but with Soulstones, okay, so I can say that, okay, Mortal Soulstone is going to be worth around 130 points maybe on average now with the 2x event, but is it really? Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, because some people hit big and some people just don't, so there's that. Well, if you don't get all the points from Soulstones, then you can also go do some gear farming for the gear hunters. How much energy would you need to complete this deck? So this time, sadly, we don't have an event dungeon. With Raphael deck, we had an event dungeon. An event dungeon is by far the best for points. I mean, 24% better than anything else kind of best for points. So that's really significant. But here, technically, you can get the most points per energy farming Dragon, Finite, or Ice Golem stage 3. But the difference between that and doing higher stages is actually pretty low. So ideally you would want to farm normal stage 20. That gives you the best combination of points and gear. If you can't do stage 20, if you can do normal stage 16, that actually gives you even slightly more points than 20. That's slightly worse loot, but if you can't do 20 anyway, then the stage 16 loot is going to be upgrades for you regardless. So that would be a great option. But to get 40,000 points, well, farming stage 3, that would be 40,000 energy. Farming stage 20, that would be more than 42,000 energy. So yeah, that is a bit of a problem. This compared to when we had the event dungeon, you could do this with only a little bit over 30,000 energy. So yeah, it's quite expensive. There's one final chance, which is the shop. So shop can always come to rescue in this game. But there are crystal packs that are being sold in the shop. So you can spend gems to buy crystals directly, so points directly. But these are worse than spending those gems on energy and then farming Dragon 20, for example. Because with 500 gems, you could get 1500 points from a dungeon. But you can only get 1000 points from a crystal pack. 900 gems, 2700 points from a dungeon, 2000 points from the pack. 1100 gems, 3350 points from dungeon, 3000 points from the pack. So there are better uses for gems. Soulstone offers, sometimes there can be good Soulstone offers during these. So far, my shop doesn't have any good ones. We're talking roughly 100 points per euro. Soulstone Power Pack being the best one that I have right now, 136 points per euro. And actually that might even be time gated, so maybe you can't even get that. So if you compare this to the daily gem pack, the daily gem pack is like the gold standard of shop items in Raid Shadow Legends. If you're a low spender, you always want to have a daily gem pack rolling, because then there will be opportunity to spend those gems, for example, for this Hilvi deck. So daily gem pack is 544 points per euro spent. Compare that to 100 or less than 100 that you can get from buying Soulstones from the shop right now, then yeah. So there's that. The shop can help you, but the shop deals are not particularly attractive for this event. Finally, to help you keep track of where you are, I made a Deck of Fate calculator where you can enter your Soulstones and you will see how many points you're going to get from them, and then you can also use it later on to show how many points you still need, and it will tell you how much energy you need to spend in dungeons. So you want to open your Soulstones first, because some souls that you may end up selling might just finance the whole event for you, and then you don't have to worry about anything else. And once you are done with that, then you can find out how much energy you need to spend with the calculator. Link to the calculator is down below in the description. And Hilvi is definitely worth it, so if you have the opportunity to do this, then yeah, this is a good deck to do. On the other hand, know what you're committing to. So don't start doing the deck and then later on find out that, hey, actually I don't have enough resources to do this deck. So be ready and know that, okay, I will have the resources before you commit, and then just go through it and grab that Hilvi. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.